Hey, Shalom. This is Elder Craig. Welcome to the WONI Music Box. Our guest tonight is someone that you know real well. And he's going to share some things that is close to his heart. It's a humanitarian effort, and he would like us to join in to help him. So let's welcome Lorvins. Hey,
Hey,
Shalom.
how you doing, Elder? How you
I'm
doing? Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, Shalom. I'm great. I'm doing real well. So let's just get into this. Tell us what you're working on. Tell us what you're involved in.
Well, around this time every year, and sometimes throughout, my father, my parents, they've been doing a humanitarian effort in Haiti, which is the high island. When you look on the map, it's called La Tortuga, but in Haiti they call it La Tortue. It's an island that north of the mainland Haiti, sort of kind of cut off. So as you can imagine, not everything gets there. It's right off the coast of Port-au-Prince. So he's been doing it for the last 30 years, really behind the scene, just kind of on his own dime. There's a couple times where I joined him, especially in the last few years since I got in the awakening, where we helped made it a little bigger. Um, Obviously they're getting of age now, so it's like it's almost I feel like I have to carry on the legacy of my father for doing this great work. And it's really this great work includes like feeding the people, clothing them with shoes and clothes, feeding them with food, even bringing dry food, giving them hygiene products and things of that nature. What he developed throughout the years now is paying the tuition of certain students. Um, so, I mean, he started off with one, then five, then like 20, then 25. I think the last few years we've done as much as 75 students. This year we were hoping to do about 125, but it's not looking good. So, in terms of money, but this is what he's been doing for the longest now, and it's a great work. So, what we do is normally we would ship food to Haiti, like rice, bag of beans, mackerel, which is the fish, noodles. So all sorts of things so that we would get shipped there. Now, obviously, it's not as formal as it is here when we shipping things. So dealing with certain people we know. Now, of course, we got this tariff this year, so it makes things a little more difficult in terms of cost.
Yeah.
So some of this thing we're strategically going to buy in Haiti, but basically that's sort of kind of the gist of the mission.
Okay. Okay. So let's talk about this. What is the desperation? What is the environment in Haiti right now? For those who don't know.
Well, in the mainland, well, I will say this. I mean, yeah, it can get bad, but on the main island. So
Right.
Haiti got this main island, which most of the action you may hear is in Port-au-Prince. Where a lot of the upheaval are going, the so-called gang members and things of that nature, kidnapping people and or at least robbing them or something like that. Um, and it's not mainly the locals against local, but I guess you could say sometimes it is, and foreigners, and if you look like you got money, things of that nature. Um, so that's mainly in the Port-au-Prince region. As you go forward outward, you might find some action, but it's not as widespread.
Sure.
Um, but there's two airport that you can fly in. So obviously we would fly in the one that's not having the issue.
Right.
But that's sort of kind of it. Now in La Tortue, there's none of that. There's none of that because this island is cut off. So you don't they don't even have electricity, running water, none of that stuff. So it's 100% safe there. So Port-au-Prince is also safe. Um, so that's sort of kind of the dynamic right now.
Sure. Because a lot of people know where Haiti is, but you're speaking about an island off the coast of Haiti. Am I correct?
Which is part of Haiti. Yes, it's
Yeah.
called La Tortuga, but in the Haitian tongue they call it La Tortue.
Okay. Okay. So you mentioned students. So is there a school there that you're working out of there? Is that what your father has in place?
Well, we don't own the school or working specifically with the school, but we're working with parents. Now, my cousin, his name is Anel. He's part of this program or organization where he helps these students.
Right.
So they can go to various schools which there are not many, maybe like one, two, maybe two schools, and then we'd pay this tuition for those particular schools. Because in Haiti, the schools are not free.
Sure.
Like I believe the tuition between $45, 75 US dollars, but it's for the whole year. I mean,
Okay.
we spend that on dinner,
Right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
But with them, that's not a lot, and it pays for a lot of their schooling. And believe it or not, out of that money, the teachers get paid.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah, you see what I'm
Right.
saying? So as you can
Right.
see, it
Right.
doesn't go a long way, but well, the money go a long way, but as far as the amount, it's not that much.
Right.
Um, yeah.
Okay. So what do they need? Do they need money? Do they need certain items, clothes, food supplies? How can we get involved to help?
Well, the items is too late for that now because
Okay.
that stuff has already been shipped. So really, it's the money is what we need because some of the food stuff we're gonna buy in Haiti
Sure.
on the mainland because right now they're charging like $25 per shipping. It used to be like $10 per bag.
Right.
Now it's 25. The rice
Okay.
used to be 34. Now it's 57.
Right.
So as you can see, it just makes sense to buy it not there now. But not only when we buy it off the mainland, we got to pay for shipping, and the shipping. There's a boat that goes from Port-au-Prince to Latoti, and then you got to get it up the mountain. So now you got to
Okay.
get a couple trucks or some
Right.
donkeys or mules
Okay.
to take it up there, and now you got to pay people to do that too. So that's where the costs come in.
Right. Right. Are you from Haiti?
I wasn't born in Haiti. My parents are born in Haiti. I was
Okay.
born in the Bahamas.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So how do we give money to this effort? How are you handling these transactions? Through PayPal,
There,
Cash App?
yeah,
How,
there's three different ways. Well, four different ways technically. You can do Cash App, which is the $ LNL tracks. So that's L as in Larry, N as in Nancy, L as in Larry, tracks. TRACKS. So you can do Cash App that way,
okay.
or you can do Pay Zelle.
Zelle. Good.
You can
Okay.
use the phone number 813-315-0229.
Okay. Great. 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 So
Um,
those are the main ways. Is there any other way?
or you can do it online through PayPal. You can go to my website, which is www.sonofshemites. So SONOF as in Frank, Shemites. SHEMITES.com. And then you would go under the campaign button and then hit donate by PayPal. And if you hit the donate by PayPal button, it also takes you to the other where you can pay by card as well.
Right. Right. Great. Great. Yeah, because I use that too. Great. Great.
Right.
Well, I'm going to do my best to get this out to everyone.
Mm,
We need to get involved in the lives of our people who are in and who are not in, because there are lives that are in need. So uh,
right.
you have my support, and I'm sure that many others will also help you in this effort. That's great. We need to give back, and we need to give. So what?
Absolutely. And the thing about too with this, I'm trying to formalize this particular work that my dad does to make it even bigger, but
Right.
also formalize it in such a way now where we infuse the Torah portion of it.
Good.
Yeah, and a good testimony with this too is because one of the students that we used to help throughout the years that went to school, they actually ended up opening up a church. It's a young group, so they open up a church, and then we're partnering up with this church as well. I've been talking to Pastor Johnson, who's with Pastor Bowie with IOG, and we're really in the works right. We're trying to work some things out where we partner up their church along with the church in Haiti, so that we can start like a mentor process with these youngsters so they can understand truth and Torah as well. So
That's
these are
good.
things that we're working with. It's one thing is to have that spiritual awakening and being able to do good. Yahusha said we don't live by bread alone, right?
Right.
So we want to give them something, but at the same time too, we want to make sure they get the word.
Okay, okay. Are they being taught by books or computer, or what's the environment? Is there electricity there, or what's the?
Mainly books because there's not electricity there. So So hopefully, with this formalizing things, you just never know where it would go. Where
Sure.
perhaps we can start bringing electricity, you can bring in computers to make their lives a lot easier. But that's remained to be seen. So the more help I can get, the more we can make this a lot more effective for them, so
Okay.
that they can learn a lot quicker, more
Okay.
efficiently.
And that's in French?
They learn in French. That's correct.
Okay. Okay. Good. That's important. That's
Yeah,
important.
I mean, they teach them English. A lot of them understand. You'd be surprised. A lot of people in Haiti, they learn English as another language. So a
Sure.
lot of times when you speak that, they understand it.
Okay. Okay. That's great. That's great. Well, my fellow WONI radio listeners, we need to support this effort. We need to give a little money to help this people in Haiti. They're in need. And we can spare it. We spend more money on gas and junk food than anything else. So we can fast from all that and we can give. We can give. It'll glorify the Most High when we give. So I want you to listen, receive, and put some action to it. Okay? So on behalf of Lorvins, we want to thank you for contributing and praying, because they're souls. There are people who may not even know the Most High. They may need that. Well, they do need that. Among food and other things, they need Torah. So let's
Right.
pray that Yah blesses them through our efforts and blesses them because of who they are. Okay? So let's do that. So thanks, Lorvins, for your time.
And I appreciate you for having me. And of course, shalom to everybody that's listening. I mean, I love y'all. Appreciate the support. Don't go into no burden. Don't make it burdensome for you to give. But if it tugs your heart and the Most High pricks it, please look within yourself to help out.
Hallelujah. I'm Elder Craig. Shalom.
Shalom.